So in this case we are looking at this portion here, right? Okay, and what we notice is this, that is
63 total.
11 over 63, right? So 11 over 63, and that's going to be 11.
It's about 17.5%.
That sounds good. 17.46%, right?
Yeah.
17.46%, right? Makes sense? Okay. Now the last category would be, let's choose which color can we? Let's choose this kind of red. Okay. This is black.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no. Yeah, very nice, very nice. This is black, defendant, and white.
No, isn't it black victim?
Ah, you're right. Yeah, good catching your attention. Yeah. No, victim. Just a second. Victim. Right? Okay, good. So now in here what happens? We are in this situation now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 6.
All right. So
6
if
over
we
103.
say that again,
6 over 103.
6 over 103 sounds right. Let me change the color here a little bit because we already used this color here. So but that's okay. Yeah, we will just use this. So you said, what's that?
6 over 103.
6 over 103, which should be 5 point some. How much is that?
5.8%,
right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we answered that part, right?
Yeah.
Find all that. Okay. We'll find the victim was black, right?
Yeah.
Good, that's okay. Now tell me this here. When we are looking at data like this, what percentage of white defendants are being sentenced to with death penalty? 11.9, right?
Yeah.
And for the blacks, 10.2. Who is being convicted like with a higher rate?
White.
The whites. See, the whites are right. Makes sense. Let's go here. When the victim is white, okay, what's the rate of conviction with death penalty?
It's 12.5.
For whites, right? For blacks, it's
17.
0.46. Who is being convicted here with a higher rate?
The black defendant.
Black defendants. Now, when there's a black victim, for whites, the conviction rate with death penalty is 0% here, and in here is 5.8%, right?
Yeah.
So do you see a paradox here? Here looks like that. Okay.
The whites are being convicted more.
More, right? Exactly. So tell me this, okay? If I asked you this question, okay? Conviction rate with death penalty, okay, for with black victims, okay. And by the way, this is not my opinion or anything. It's just a question from the book, which we are discussing with numbers. All right. Okay. So I'm just saying, so don't take this as my opinion on anything. So if I look at that, then how many out of how many, like see, there are these 132 plus 9. Let's get the calculator up here.
It's 141. We already did it right there.
No, I'm just saying that how many, okay, I want conviction rate with death penalty for black victims, right? And where is the victim's race? Right here. Oh, you computed already. You just add all these rows, right? So that's how many total number of cases came, right? Plus 9 plus what's that? 6 plus 97, right? Makes sense? Okay. Out of which, how many got death penalty? 6, right? See that here? So 5.4% actually is the conviction rate with death penalty when the victim is what? Right, when the victim is, come on, black, right? Makes sense? Okay, right? Okay. Compute the same number, same proportion for the white victims. Okay. So if we did that, get the calculator up. Let's add all the numbers in the row. 19 plus 132 plus 11 plus 52. All right. We got these many. And how many convictions were there? 19 plus 11, right, which is 30, right? So what's that? Like 14%, okay? All right. Now, just based on this table, let's not talk about things in general. Just on the, if we are just looking at this table, then for, see the same thing, okay, for white victim, what's the conviction rate? 14%, like conviction rate with death penalty, 14%. So this means what? There are higher proportion of convictions with death penalty when the victim is white, was white, versus when the victim was black, right? Am I making sense? Okay. Now, if you look at this, the white defendants, okay, the white defendants, in their case, they had only 9 black victims, right? Black defendants, they had 103 black victims, right? Notice that? Okay. So in this table, in the case of white victim, the conviction rate is higher than in the case of black victims, and the numbers are split in a way that, you know, white defendants had very few black victims, and I know black defendants had higher number of white victims. Does it make sense? Okay, so